may fall in love too fast. Give everything to make this last. That's just who I am. That's just who I am. I'll probably even put you first and forgive you even when it hurts. That's just who I am. That's just who I am.
My name is Robert Brown, and nice to meet you. Now we're going through this series on how deep is your love, talking about how deep God loves is for you, God's deep love concerning you. You want to know how deep God's love is? Well, we're going to recap. We found out that for God so greatly loved you, according to the Amplified Bible, the broad version of the Bible, for God so love you. When we said, when somebody say they so love you, there's a huge difference between saying I love you and I so love you. That so word have tremendous amount of passion behind that. Tremendous amount of feelings behind that. Can't skip over that. Me telling you I love you and me going to you saying, hey, I so love you, or I love you so much, instead of just saying I love you. I love you so much. See, when somebody say I love you so much, the next thing you're going to think is how much you so love me. And then that person is obligated to tell you. Well, God's saying I so greatly. So my love for you is great. I dearly prize you. And he didn't put any limitations on who he was talking about. He was saying people in general who are made in his image, no matter who you are, where you live at, no matter what you're going through, he so love you, he so greatly love you, and he dearly prize you. To the point that he gave up his only begotten son, that whoever should cling on to him, trust in him, rely on him, should not perish, but have everlasting life. Now going to the next scripture, and this is where we're going to focus on today. You got to understand the purpose of God in your life. Verse 16 say, verse 17 say, for God did not send the Son into the world in order to judge, to condemn, to reject, to pass sentence on the world. I'll let that marinate a little bit, you theologians. You philosophical people. You know, some of you who think you know more, but you end up divorcing your wife and throwing away a lot because you had sex with somebody in the church. That has happened all across the country. I'm not talking about a particular person. That happens. See, even you're not perfect. You can end up caught doing things that people in the world would do. You're not exempt. You gotta really tighten up just like everybody else. And living the life of loving God, it's not a tighten up. And you shouldn't be walking around tighten up. You should be enjoying your relationship with God. I mean, once you realize how much God loves you, it makes you appreciate it. And even for those who don't believe in the God, to hear that, man, I got somebody who so greatly loved me. Somebody who dearly prized me. Somebody that was even willing to be giving up a piece of their life for me. Somebody who did not come here to condemn. Somebody who did not come here to judge. Now, let me stop here. There's a person that was in my life previously. And if you're watching this, I just want you to know that I love you. And if you felt like that I judged you, if you feel like I rejected you, if you feel like I condemned you, if you feel like I passed sentence on you, I'm sorry. That's not God's love. And I'm sorry if I operate, not just for you, but anybody who's been part of my life. If I treated you that way, I'm sorry. I'm growing this thing. I always will tell you, We're in this together. I'm sorry. I'm not here to do that. And I'm not here to do that if people want to label me a Christian leader. I'm not a Christian leader. I'm a community leader. And who can fall just like anybody else, who probably will mess up just like everybody else. But even in my messing up, I'll go forward and continue to the point of trying to perfect myself as much as I can. I'll never achieve it, but that don't mean I shouldn't go for it. That don't mean I shouldn't shoot for it. For God did not send the Son into the world in order to judge. He did not send him to reject. He did not send him to condemn. He did not send him to pass sentence on the world. Let me say something. If you have somebody that actually pull you over and take time out of their busy schedule to talk to you about a direction that you're probably going, if you sense that it's a judgment call, a condemnation call, if you sense that they're passing sentence on you, that's not the love of God. Like, for example, I got a friend of mine that he's my boy, my homie. And there's some women like this too. He's smooth. He's a smooth guy. Player, gigolo. Smooth with the ladies. But he used that extra smoothness to get over on elderly women and get money from them. I had to talk to the brother, and I talked to him out of love. I was trying my best not to condemn him. I'm like, yo, I'm not condemning you for what you're doing. I'm just saying is that, think about it. They already elderly. They already barely living above water. You're going to go and smooth money out of your pocket. Same thing with, I'm not condemning you as a person. I'm looking at what you're doing now. And that, that's not cool, man. Nothing against you. That's not cool. You be you, but you might want to channel it somewhere else. Use it for good. Use your smoothness for good. So going back to what I'm saying, this is you getting to know God. That's the first step to being all that God called you to be. That's the first step in loving people with true, unconditional, unbridled love of God. Is you have to know and experience God first and teach people to do the same thing. This is knowing and experiencing God. You have to know that God did not come here to judge you, to pass judgment. He didn't come here to reject you, because I've been there. I recently been rejected because I didn't have time for somebody. Hey, what am I supposed to do? I mean, at the time I didn't have time. I got mad time now. It's all about getting your priorities in order. How you do it, when you do it, how fast you do it, it's your choice, nobody else's choice. You shouldn't be forced to do it. And you should be pressured to do it. And people should be understanding on that. God is not forcing you. He's not pressuring you. He's not pushing you. He's not domineering over you. He doesn't have an ultimatum. This doesn't sound like an ultimatum. This is God basically saying, hey, I love you so much. I so greatly love you so much. I dearly prize you. I was willing to give up something that belongs to me, my most precious gift, to win your heart. And not only that, I didn't come here to condemn you. I didn't come here to reject you. I didn't come here to pass judgment against you. I came here so that you might find salvation and be made safe and sound through me. Now I'm going to stop there before I go into verse 17 at the next gathering. You got to understand this. God loves you, greatly loves you, dearly prizes you, is willing to give up his very own for you. He did not pass judgment, come here to condemn, reject you, or nothing like that. He wants you to seek salvation in him. He wants you to run to him. He wants you to embrace him. Grab a hold of him. Learn of him. Understand him. Why? Because it's essential for you to have life and life abundantly, what they call Zoe. Because through this, you'll be able to understand your capacity of love. You'll realize that you have no capacity. That if you allow that love that he has to you to channel through you, where you can love yourself with that same love, and then you use that same love to love other people, that is love in perfection.
Hate it. The love of Jesus is for all, even those that hate us. I know me and you ain't the same. What about love? I know me and you ain't the same. What about love? I know me and you ain't the same. What about love? I know me and you ain't the same. What about love?